Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a really important evolution in AI. Generative AI, creating content, images, text that's grabbed a lot of headlines.
Rightly so.
But there's this next step, this next frontier that's about more than just creation. It's agentic AI.
Exactly. And the core idea here, it's about moving from just generating stuff to, well, autonomous action.
You're taking action.
Yeah. Agentic AI is really designed to take initiative, to perform tasks independently. It's less like a tool you have to constantly prompt and more like a sophisticated assistant.
Okay.
It can plan, it can execute multi-step processes, it can even self-correct to reach a goal. It's built to do things, not just produce an output for a human to then take forward.
And the really interesting part for our deep dive today is how this capability is becoming, well, accessible. And it's happening fast through cloud marketplaces.
That's the key channel, it seems.
So our mission here is to figure out, why these marketplaces are so crucial for agentic AI. Who's pushing this adoption so quickly? And what are the challenges popping up, especially around something like pricing these autonomous services? It's complex.
Very much so.
We want to give you a clear picture of this fast-moving area. Let's get into it.
Okay, so these marketplaces, think AWS Marketplace, Google Cloud Marketplace, Microsoft Azure Marketplace, Salesforce's App Exchange. These are becoming the main places customers go to discover and acquire agentic AI.
Right.
And if you look back, there's a bit of a historical parallel here. Remember how software companies first populated these marketplaces with their cloud products?
Yeah, the SaaS boom on marketplaces.
Exactly. And then consultants and systems integrators followed, offering services around those products. We've seen service providers make huge inroads in the last, say, 5 years with cloud services, even generative AI services. They've built big businesses there.
Okay.
Agentic AI is sort of the next logical step in that evolution for them, another offering in their marketplace mix.
So building on that history, does this wave feel different? Faster, maybe? What's accelerating the agentic AI adoption compared to, say, the early cloud stuff?
That's a really good point. I think a major accelerant now is just how easy these marketplaces make discovery and procurement.
Less friction.
Precisely. Julie Lynn Teigland at EY, she's the global vice chair for alliances and ecosystems. She really hammered this point. She said marketplaces, and I quote, reduce friction in how organizations discover, test, and purchase AI tools.
Okay. Discover, test, purchase. Easier.
Yeah, she talked about super easy access leading directly to faster innovation, faster solution building. When something's this new, reducing that friction is absolutely critical.
And we're hearing that from the platform providers too, right? Like AWS.
We are. Matt Yanchishin, who's VP of AWS Marketplace and Partner Services, he basically confirmed it. Said agents are, his words, definitely already moving to the marketplace.
Definitely already moving. Wow.
Yeah. And he mentioned AWS is looking at adding more capabilities while their partners are already listing all sorts of different agents. So the direction is pretty clear.
Which, naturally, leads us to the numbers. How real is this momentum?
Okay, so we have this foundation, what agentic AI is, why marketplaces are the venue. Now, how fast is it really happening? And yeah, the numbers are pretty striking.
Let's hear them.
There was an EY Technology Pulse poll back in April. They surveyed over 500 tech leaders. Get this. 48%, almost half, are already adopting or fully deploying agentic AI.
48% already deploying. That's not experimenting, that's actual adoption.
Exactly. It's not some far-off future tech. It's happening right now for nearly half these leaders. It really makes you think about how operations could change, even in just the next couple of years.
It really does. So if that's the current state, what about future plans? Where's the money going?
Right. So the same poll found that 92% plan to increase their AI spending over the next 12 months. 92%.
Huge commitment.
Massive. But here's the real kicker, the aha moment for you listening. Within that group planning to spend more, a very significant 43% are putting more than half of their entire AI budget specifically into agentic AI.
Wow. Okay, so more than half the budget just for agentic.
Yep. It's not just, a small piece of the AI pie. It's a huge, dedicated investment. That signals where they expect the big operational changes and innovation to come from. It's a serious commitment.
Okay, with that kind of money flowing and that level of adoption, it makes total sense that the consultants, the integrators, they're jumping in feet first.
Absolutely. They're actively building and offering agentic AI solutions right there in the marketplaces.
Like on AWS marketplace, you mentioned seeing names like Accenture, Presidio,
Yeah, Presidio, Rackspace, Slalom, they're already listing AI agents there.
and it's not just AWS, right? Salesforce is in the game too.
Definitely. Salesforce launched something called Agent Exchange back in March. It's like a dedicated section within their main app exchange focused purely on agentic AI.
Agentic. Okay.
Right now, it's mostly tech partners using Salesforce's own Agentforce platform or integrating other tech like Box or DocuSign. But Brian Landsman, who's the CEO of App Exchange, he fully expects more consulting partners to start listing their capabilities there over time.
Following that same pattern we talked about earlier.
Exactly the same pattern. Build the platform, bring in the tech partners, then the service partners follow.
And Google Cloud.
Google Cloud, too. They launched their AI agent marketplace. I think it used to be called AI Agent Space back in November 2024. And you see big names there as well. Accenture again, Deloitte, Wipro.
So all the major players are seeing marketplaces as a distribution channel?
It seems to be the central hub. Yeah, it's quite something how quickly these platforms have become pivotal for distributing these, really advanced AI capabilities.
And we're starting to see the real world impact, not just listings.
We are. Take Presidio, the tech services provider we mentioned. They offer things like the Presidio AI agent and human AI build on AWS Marketplace. Their SVP, Kevin Corus, he said AI offerings are, quote, starting to really pick up with our customers.
Really pick up. So it's translating into actual business.
Tangible business, yes, not just hype.
But I think you mentioned an even bolder prediction from another partner.
Ah, yes. Justin Copy, he's the CEO at Innovative Solutions, another AWS partner. His company has apparently built thousands of AI agents already.
Thousands. Wow.
Yeah, and his prediction is pretty striking. He expects their AI agent work, specifically the stuff they do through AWS Marketplace, to actually overtake their traditional SaaS business. Best.
Overtake their SaaS business.
He literally said he expects it will be a bigger business for us this time next year.
That's incredible. A fundamental shift in their own business model, driven by agentic AI on the marketplace.
It really suggests how profound this change could be, how value might be created and delivered differently.
Okay, but this rapid growth, this excitement, it must come with challenges. You mentioned pricing earlier.
Exactly. That brings us right to, well, maybe the biggest frontier challenge right now. How do you actually price these agentic AI services?
Right.
Julie Lynn Teichland from EY, she pointed this out clearly. For the IT service partners building these agents, figuring out the charging model is a huge hurdle. The models are, as she said, in flux, and, quote, there's no great answer yet.
No great answer yet.
And
it sounds like the Wild West.
It kind of is, yeah. It's a major headache for anyone trying to offer a budget for these services.
So what are people trying? What approaches are emerging?
Well, we're seeing a few things. Brian Landsman from Salesforce, he mentioned one approach, basically bundling it. Price agentic AI as part of a wider SaaS subscription, maybe a premium tier. Leverage those familiar models.
Okay, like an add-on feature. Makes sense.
Another way is more consumption-based or metered pricing. So you might pay based on the number of tasks the agent completes or maybe the complexity or the resources used.
Transaction-based? Kind of.
Yeah. But Kevin Corus from Presidio raised a really important flag there. He stressed the need for guardrails around that kind of pricing.
Guardrails, meaning?
Meaning customers don't want an open-ended checkbook, right? If it's purely transactional, costs could spiral unpredictably.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You need some predictability.
Exactly. So Chorus suggests the models will probably end up building on familiar structures, like subscriptions, but maybe that subscription covers a certain number of transactions.
Right.
And then perhaps you have like burst pricing if you go over your quota.
Yeah.
Something that offers a baseline predictability that allows for flexibility.
So a hybrid model almost.
Potentially. And Julie Lynn Teichland added another perspective, focusing on value. She thinks AI agent use will ultimately be tied to value-driven outcomes.
Results, not just activity.
Precisely. And kept under close control, meaning careful monitoring for risk, governance, responsible AI use. So maybe it looks like a subscription-like service, but one that's heavily monitored and justified by the specific business value it delivers.
Okay, so the focus shifts from, like, how many tasks did it do to what results did we achieve? And was it worth the cost?
That seems to be a key direction, yeah. It's still evolving, but the emphasis is on measurable value and managing the associated costs and risks.
So pulling all this together, what's the big picture for you listening right now?
Well, I think this deep dive really shows how central cloud marketplaces have become. They're democratizing access to this cutting-edge agentic AI, taking it from, labs and concepts into actual business adoption.
And the IT service providers, the Accentures, the Presidios, they're not just facilitating, they're actively building and shaping this market.
Absolutely. Their role is expanding and becoming really vital. And alongside that, there's this intense, ongoing innovation happening, just trying to figure out sustainable pricing models for these completely new autonomous capabilities.
So ultimately, understanding this isn't just about knowing the definition of agentic AI, it's about seeing how it's actually entering the mainstream, how businesses are getting access to it, using it, paying for it,
Right. It's fundamentally changing how advanced AI is acquired and leveraged.
which leaves us with a final thought to sort of mull over. As agentic AI becomes easier and easier to find, test, and buy through these marketplaces, what happens next?
What kind of new agentic workforces might we see inside organizations? Teams of AI agents working alongside humans.
And how could that reshape traditional jobs, traditional workflows, maybe sooner than we think?
Something to definitely keep an eye on as these autonomous agents become more and more a part of our everyday business reality.